The internet is once again full of speculation that Nintendo will be holding a Direct very soon. In fact, as soon as February 15th. Do I think it's really happening? Well, let's weigh in on this. So, for the most part, Nintendo Directs tend to happen in February, with exception to, of course, 2020 for, well, obvious reasons. You know, I don't really want to get into it, but I mean, you can use your imagination why we didn't have a February Nintendo Direct. But since 2019, 2021, 2022, and 2023, Nintendo Directs tend to happen in February, and there's a lot of things that could actually be showcased. I, for one, think that the Nintendo Direct could house information about the upcoming Nintendo Switch successor, which would be actually kind of a big deal, because, I mean, they really don't have that long to promote this thing. I mean, they probably, if the system is really supposed to come out in 2024, they should have started promotion for it, I don't know, right around holiday of last year, or even the summer of last year to announce that it's coming for holiday of 2024. But as of yet, everything is silent. Even though there are some game developers saying that, yes, it is happening, of course they always backtrack and say, well, I mean, I think it's happening. No one wants to get sued by Nintendo ninjas. But for the most part, Nintendo has been very quiet. Now, PlayStation State of Play is actually releasing today for the Final Fantasy game, because that's going to be coming out this month, and that's going to be a lot of hype for Sony. Supposedly, Xbox has some big announcement happening this month as well, so it would make sense that Nintendo also would want to make a big splash before their rivals can really do anything else. And Nintendo Directs do much better than PlayStation State of Plays, as well as those Xbox mini events, or whatever they're called. But what does Nintendo have cooking in the oven? Well, we already know that Mario and Donkey Kong are coming out around the 16th of February, so if the Direct is the 15th, well, I would expect a lot of Mario, Donkey Kong, and maybe even a little Luigi's Mansion 2, and of course Princess Peach will be releasing March 22nd. But what else do we have to look forward to? Well, I mean, you've got some South Park Snow Day game coming out, and supposedly we have a Gunvolt game, but it's not what you think it is. In fact, I would say the Gunvolt game is more like one of those rhythm dance games, or rhythm press the button to the music type thing. It's not really the Gunvolt experience that I like, which is more traditional platforming. And of course we have some, you know, very famous games that have been waiting to release for quite a while, like Freedom Planet 2 and the new Spy Family game. Also, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake along with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD have not been given an official release date, so we don't really know what's going on with that. And of course, Nintendo could always drop the biggest rumor besides the Switch, which is Starfox is coming back. So I mean, there's a lot of like cards that they're currently holding. I, for one, really hope that they announce something with Starfox, because I would just, you know, lose it, especially if they forego all the motion controls that we got with Star Fox Zero, which just didn't live up to players' expectations. So I think that that actually could, you know, break the internet, because there are a lot of people that like Star Fox. But as 2024 continues to basically move forward, we still don't have a lot of information about the Switch 2. The only thing that we do know is the Nintendo Switch in terms of hardware is not really doing well anymore. There's been a few games that have released over the past, I'd say a couple months now, that just don't appear to be optimized well, but we know that's not the case. It's not the optimization. The Switch's hardware just isn't up to par anymore, and the games that they're trying to bring over, they just don't work. Now, does that mean Mario vs. Donkey Kong is going to have problems? No. That's an in-house Nintendo game, that'll be fine. The Princess Peach game that's coming out in March won't have any issues either. But developers that are bringing AA and AAA titles over to this, you know, system, I mean, probably not going to have the best luck with that. Which is weird, because a lot of Japanese developers are able to make games for the Nintendo Switch fine. It's just Western and American companies that seem to be struggling with it. I, for one, think that they'll show something about probably the Tomb Raider collection, which will be coming out in February. Actually, Valentine's Day is a great day for Tomb Raider, you know? So, that's interesting. And probably a lot on the Princess Peach game, which is on a lot of people's mind because they're pretty excited about it. It's the first Princess Peach like 3D game that I believe we've had, because we had a 2D Princess Peach game, Super Princess Peach, on the Nintendo DS, which was actually kind of interesting. But the 3D Princess Peach game has me interested because I like the idea of kind of transforming into different, we'll say, superpowers based on the costume changing. For me, I mean, it reminds me of an old 90s game, which probably none of you have ever heard of, Kid Chameleon, where the whole premise of that game was to get different masks and other things to transform yourselves into unique power-ups. Now, you didn't actually go to worlds that were modeled after the masks, like Princess Peach's game will cover different areas based on the attire that she wears or the power that she has. So when she's like a swashbuckler, it's going to be more like Renaissance era. And then when she's a detective, then it's more like the Sherlock Holmes stuff. So that's kind of neat. The South Park game we'll probably get more info about, but I would expect, like, if they do a Nintendo Direct, it will focus on, you know, games that we actually haven't heard about, like Starfox. That's where I would bet. I would be surprised if Nintendo didn't announce the Switch 2, because, I mean, they gotta start advertising that thing if it's actually gonna happen, because no product is good without any type of marketing. You can't just be like, here it is, 3 months from now, make sure you pre-order that, because you gotta give people time, break open their piggy banks and do stuff like that. You just can't throw it willy-nilly at them and be like, yeah, our new system's coming out, are you ready for it? And it's like, no, I'm not ready for it, I didn't have time to prep for it. So, I mean, marketing-wise, they have to start teasing this thing now. No later than spring, or it's not going to happen in 2024. Because I don't care how big their Nintendo Direct audience is. Most normal families need time to prep for buying supposedly a $400 system. You're going to have to start saving your pennies now, and it's still not officially released. So if Nintendo really wants to kill it this holiday with their next system, you have to tease it during the Nintendo Direct. If the Nintendo Direct is even happening. But there's no global pandemic. There's no massive... I'm not going to jinx anything like saying like a meteorite hitting the Earth or anything like that. So most likely we will get a February Direct. Will it happen on Valentine's Day or the day after? I don't know. We've had them late in February. We've had them early in February. And we are coming to mid-February. If I was Nintendo, I'd have like the Nintendo Direct like this week. Just to be like, aha, the leaker was wrong. But we're still having a Nintendo Direct. And it's going to focus stuff about Princess Peach. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, release dates for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, release dates for Luigi's Mansion 2, and an official announcement that Starfox is coming back. All of those would be awesome. It'd be like chef's kiss. I'd be very excited about that. But anyway, now I want to hear from you. Do you guys think the Nintendo Direct is going to happen this month? Or do you think they're going to only do one in the spring? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you have a most anticipated game you'd like to see come to Nintendo Switch, tell me what that is in the comments section. But anyway, people, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little topic-based video. And if you could share this video with 5 of your friends, that'd be very helpful. As well as check out today's YouTube short that went up on whatever that was, because that helps out the channel tremendously. We'll see you guys live with the PlayStation State of Play Final Fantasy reaction at 6:30 tonight, as well as your regular live streams that are scheduled that you know about. Have a fantastic day, guys and gals. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you live later tonight.